From the towering presence of Shaquille O'Neal to the resilience of Alonzo Mourning, the 1992 NBA Draft was packed with stories that stretched far beyond the basketball court. We saw Christian Laettner's transition from college superstar to NBA journeyman, witnessed Jim Jackson's tour across the league, and marveled at LaFonso Ellis's rise above injuries. Every player drafted that year had a unique path, filled with triumphs, challenges, and unexpected twists. Today, we're diving into the lives of these top 10 picks, exploring where their post-NBA adventures have taken them. How did these players redefine success off the court? And which player's story after the NBA will leave you amazed? Let's find out. Kicking off our list is the big man who needs no introduction, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, as we affectionately call him, was the first pick for the Orlando Magic. Imagine this, a 7'1" giant, with the agility of a guard and the power of a bulldozer. His stats? Nothing short of legendary. We're talking about a career average of 23.7 points, 10.9 rebounds, and a towering 2.3 blocks per game. Shaq wasn't just playing basketball, he was redefining what a center could do. He bulldozed his way through the NBA, collecting rings with the Lakers and the Heat, not to mention snagging an MVP award in 2000. Off the court, Shaq's charisma made him a media darling. He's been a sports analyst, actor, DJ, and even a sheriff's deputy. If there's one thing to say about Shaq, it's that he's never been just big in the game. He's been big in life. But not everyone towers over the competition, literally. Up next, we have Alonzo Mourning, a man who knew how to block more than just shots. Zoe, as fans know him, was less about the flash and more about the clash. Standing tall at 6'10", he was a defensive juggernaut. His stats? Impressive. As the second pick by the Charlotte Hornets, he averaged 17.1 points and 8.5 rebounds per game, not to mention a whopping 2.8 blocks. Mourning wasn't just a player, he was a force of nature on the court, especially with the Miami Heat. He battled fiercely but faced a different kind of battle off the court, a life-threatening kidney disease. But true to his nature, Zoe fought and made a triumphant return to the game, even snagging an NBA championship with the Heat in 2006. Post-retirement, Mourning's heart proved as big as his blocks. He's deeply involved in charity, particularly with youth and education. He's more than a basketball legend. He's a community hero. From blocking shots to shooting stars. Next up is Christian Laettner, whose college fame was just the tip-off. As the third pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves, Laettner wasn't just any college player. He was the star of Duke, carrying his team to back-to-back NCAA championships. When he stepped into the NBA, the expectations were sky high. And his career? Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster. Laettner averaged a respectable 12.8 points and 6.7 rebounds per game. Not quite the college glory days, but not shabby either. He even graced the All-Star game once. But Christian's story off the court is as interesting as his jump shots. Post-NBA, he dabbled in coaching, tried his hand at real estate, and even faced some financial hurdles. Yet, through all the ups and downs, Laettner remains a testament to the unpredictable journey of sports stardom. Next up, we've got Jim Jackson, who knows a thing or two about playing musical chairs in the NBA. As the fourth pick by the Dallas Mavericks, he didn't just play for the NBA. He seemed on a mission to play for every team in it. Jackson, a versatile guard with a knack for scoring, averaged a cool 14.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game over his career. But here's the kicker. He played for 12 different NBA teams. That's right, 12! It's like he was collecting jerseys instead of just points. Despite the team hopping, Jackson made his mark as a reliable scorer and a journeyman in the truest sense. After hanging up his sneakers, he smoothly transitioned into broadcasting, swapping the court for the commentary box. Jackson's insights and experience have made him a respected voice in sports analysis. He's gone from shooting hoops to shooting the breeze, and doing it with style. And then we have LaFonso Ellis, a guy who knew how to rise quite literally above the challenges. Picked fifth by the Denver Nuggets, he was like an NBA high flyer with a penchant for defying gravity, with career averages of 11.9 points and 6.5 rebounds per game. He brought energy and excitement to the hardwood. But, as it often happens in the sports world, injuries played the villain in his story. They clipped his wings and cut short what could have been an even more spectacular career. However, Ellis didn't just fade away post-retirement. No, sir! He took his talents to broadcasting, where his insights and passion for the game have made him a beloved college basketball analyst. Ellis proves that sometimes, the game never really leaves you. It just finds a new way to express itself. Next, we're turning our attention to Tom Gugliotta, the 6th pick by the Washington Bullets. A man who knows a thing or two about making a mark. Googs, as he was affectionately known, had a knack for scoring, rebounding, and dishing out assists, averaging a robust 13 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. His basketball journey was a blend of consistency and skill, earning him an all-star nod. But just like a twist in a good movie, injuries played spoiler, curtailing what could have been an even more illustrious career. After his playing days, Gugliotta didn't bask in the limelight like some of his peers. Instead, he chose a quieter life, occasionally gracing charity golf events with his presence. It's like he took his versatile skills from the court to the golf course. Talk about a smooth transition. But from a versatile all-rounder, we have a man who knew that sometimes it's all about making a big impression. Walt Williams, drafted 7th by the Sacramento Kings, wasn't just a player. He was a fashion statement on the court with those knee-high socks. But the Wizard, as he was known, was more than just his socks. He had a shooting touch that was as smooth as silk, averaging 11.8 points per game throughout his career. Williams had a knack for lighting up the scoreboard and was a reliable contributor for every team he played for. His NBA journey was a mix of consistent scoring and a touch of flair. After his time in the NBA, Williams didn't just fade into the background. He transitioned into the world of basketball camps and charity games, sharing his knowledge and love for the game with the next generation. It's like he swapped his high socks for high spirits and teaching the future stars. Next up, Todd Day, a player who knew a thing or two about being a high flyer, but also about the unexpected turns of a pro basketball career. Picked 8th by the Milwaukee Bucks, he was like a basketball firecracker, full of energy and always ready to explode with points. With a career average of 12.3 points per game, Day had a talent for scoring that was as natural as breathing. His game was a thrilling mix of athleticism and shooting prowess. However, in the NBA, sometimes even the brightest sparks don't burn as long as we'd hope. Day's career, while impactful, wasn't quite the long-term fireworks show fans might have expected. But don't think Todd Day just faded away post-NBA. He took his talents to the coaching world, bringing his experience and knowledge to high school and minor league teams. It's like he's still scoring, but now he's doing it from the sidelines. Now, from a firecracker on the court to Clarence Weatherspoon, a player who is more like a reliable rock, steady and unshakable. As the 9th pick by the Philadelphia 76ers, he was like a trusty anchor of a ship, always steady, always reliable. Known as Spoon, he was the kind of power forward that coaches love, tough, gritty, and always ready to battle in the paint. Averaging 11.5 points and 7.5 rebounds per game, Weatherspoon was a consistent performer throughout his NBA tenure. His career may not have been flashy, but it was marked by solid, dependable play, the kind that doesn't always make the highlight reels but is crucial to a team's success. After retiring from the NBA, Weatherspoon didn't stray far from the court. He turned to coaching, bringing his years of hard-earned wisdom to younger players, first in college and then in the professional ranks. It's like he's still grabbing rebounds, but now he's doing it by lifting up the next generation of players. Finally, we arrive at Adam Keefe, the 10th pick. From a dependable rock to a player who knew all about playing his role to perfection. Keefe, a power forward with a workhorse attitude, knew his role and played it with gusto. He wasn't about flashy plays or scoring titles. He was the guy setting screens, grabbing rebounds, and doing the dirty work with averages of 4.6 points and 3.8 rebounds per game. In a league of stars, Keefe was the glue guy, the kind of player every championship needs but rarely gets the headlines. Post his NBA journey, Keefe stepped away from the limelight, choosing a private life over a public one. He's reportedly been involved in business and living a life that's less about the flashbulbs and more about the simple pleasures. And that's it! Which of these top picks from the 1992 NBA Draft surprised you the most with their post-NBA journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss the incredible paths these athletes have taken since their time on the court. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating stories of sports legends.